All right, friends, part of our next project is going to involve us prepping this paper. Now, in the packet of materials that I sent home, or that you picked up from school, there are 2 large pieces of drawing paper like this and 1 piece of cut mat board like this. Now, I tried to make this as easy as possible for you guys. I know a lot of you had trouble with the grid before in the last exercise we did before break. So that's why I made these. I got the paper right here for you as well. And the thing I need you to do is to carefully draw a grid on this paper using this piece of, what do you call it, mat board. All right, the key here is to make sure that you're lining this piece of board up really precisely each time. All right, if you don't, then your grid is going to end up going like this as it goes down the page. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this edge here, line it up real nice, and I am right-handed, so I'm doing it this way. If you are left-handed, I would start over on the other side. Get it lined up real nice. Hold it down with your non-dominant hand, and then very lightly with pencil, because we do want to end up erasing this later, we're going to draw a nice light graphite line. Now, can you see that on the video? Not really. So I'm going to make my lines a little bit darker so that you can see what I'm doing. All right? But you should be making them as light as you can. Dark enough so you can see them, but as light as possible so that we can erase them. Okay? After I do that one, I'm going to move my board over and connect now the left side of my board to that line I just drew. Draw it again, as light as you can. And then I'm just going to repeat that process going all the way down. Take your time lining up this board each time, or else your grid will not be great. All right, I'll speed this up for you. All right, that's pretty good. All right, if we look down here at the end, we don't have a full section down there, but that's fine. We're not going to end up using that. And you can see that it's pretty similar as far as the distance from that last line on the bottom of the paper. That means we did a pretty good job. Now you noticed, I hope, watching that I started turning this every time I lined it up. All right, I did my best to make this straight, but if it's a little bit off, then flipping it each time I draw a line will make sure that it fixes itself as it makes its way down to the bottom. Now we're going to do the same thing going this way. All right, you can't see my whole paper going this way. Maybe no, I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to line it up with this side of the paper and do the same thing. And you can see down here at the bottom, all right, this is going to be all pretty much throwaway area. So I'm not going to worry about that. My piece of board didn't reach all the way down there, so I'm not going to worry much about that spot down there, okay? And I'm just going to continue that. I'm going to flip my board each time now that I know that's a good idea and make my way across this way. And there we go. So we've got this smaller area over here. I've got this smaller area over here. But we've got the rest of this is a nice big grid that we can use. We might actually use these narrower sides for our labels, but we'll get to that in a little bit later time. Okay, if you can do this and it looks nice like mine does, great. Keep it in a safe place. We're going to use it later. If it doesn't, if these end up crooked at the ends, or if you're not lining these up great, please flip it over, try again on the other side. All right, make it nice and neat. This is going to determine how well you do later in the project. Okay, good luck. And remember, mine's dark so you can see it. Yours should be super, super light so that we can erase it later.